And when all that shit was going on, like in 2015, I didn't know, I didn't understand those reasons.
Yeah.
But thinking back on it now, I'm like, wow, that was just ableist.
Wow.
Wow.
Think it's thematically appropriate that my hair has got significantly less brightly coloured as we have done this Let's Play.
You kind of low-key have a Max Caulfield bisexual Bob
Yeah.
thing going on.
Yeah. It's less noticeable when it's bright pink, but
Yeah.
I don't think I suit blonde. But is this blonde? Who knows?
It's like faded pink.
Yeah, parts of it are like silvery.
Yeah, that just happens when you're...
It's just like that.
I was fully thinking about getting like a little blue pixie cut wig just so I could do Chloe Price cosplays.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what I would look like with a pixie cut, but I guess we would find out. Or what I would look like with blue hair. Yes.
Alternative main canvas.
Because me in an alternate timeline.
Oh my god. Fully didn't call it.
Previously on Life is Strange.
Oh, that's loud. Professional Let's Players.
That's us. Okay, we didn't get it previously, we fucked it.
Okay.
It's fine, you guys have watched the other episodes, presumably. Quality golden hour. Okay. Also, you probably anticipated this from the end of last episode, but be prepared for ableism.
Hmm.
In various forms.
Ah, I forgot about the several beached whales.
Yeah. That too. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And only 2 episodes to resolve it in.
Just occurred to me that maybe Rachel is still around in this.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what's changed.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
It was nice that you sent me actual letters. It's more than any of my other friends have done. And you even wrote on that cool parchment paper. It's so Max.
So pretentious. But I love writing on it like an English poet. You deserve the best stationery.
Would you be surprised if I said that when I was her
Probably
age? I
easier
did the
to
same
write.
thing.
I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Not totally. You probably wanted to avoid awkward conversations like this.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
See? Without you here, I'd have no clue. Bet you could take some amazing shots. Those beached whales are so sad. I kind of know how they feel. At least, I'm alive here with you.
You're a real survivor, Chloe. I know you have to deal with so much.
I don't want anybody else feeling sorry for me. I can do that. Along with my parents. My dad still feels guilty about buying me that car.
Would you blame the dad?
For, I guess, for buying her the car, she could blame him, and in the previous timeline she talked about how she blamed him for dying. But that's something that's already different, clearly, is that she's like, things are shit, but at least I'm grateful to be alive.
Yeah. By the accident, because like, blame him. If anything, this is all our fault.
Yeah, this is not William's fault.
No.
Are you okay to talk about the accident?
We never actually have, huh? There's not much to say. Some prick in an SUV cut me off and I flew into a ditch.
Do you remember everything?
I saw everything in bullet time. I felt my back snap and that was the last thing I ever felt in my body. When I woke up in the hospital, I literally couldn't move a muscle.
Jesus. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm just happy I did get to see you again. I could have ended up vanishing out of the blue like that girl from Blackwell.
Huh.
So Rachel is still
missing, but Chloe doesn't know her.
You mean Rachel Amber? When was the last time you talked to her?
Never. I just read about her in the news. I didn't even know her name. You did?
This is such a different world than when we were kids, isn't it?
After that snow and eclipse, it's more like the end of the world.
How weird is it to hear her talk about Rachel like that?
Very weird. She's just like, I don't know who this girl is. Like, happened.
Yeah, and it's just so weird because obviously in the previous timeline, Rachel meant like everything.
Yeah.
Do you think so? I haven't kept up with the details.
I have more time on my hands than you. Plus, I'm a science nerd. But none of this makes sense.
I know things seem out of control, but as long as we're together, I don't feel afraid.
Hanging out with you makes me feel like a total kid again. You don't even know.
Listen, Chloe, I'm sorry I haven't been out to see you more. That was wrong. You're my best friend.
Max, thanks for coming out to see me. You're doing awesome.
I don't think so.
My nose is getting cold. Maybe we should get back to my place?
It is hella cold out here.
Hella? I hate that word, no offense.
None taken.
I mean, I don't think that she should be patting Max on the back for like doing the bare minimum of treating her like a normal person.
No.
Now that she's physically disabled. But,
I guess if she doesn't have, like, that community around her, telling her that she deserves more than that, then she might sort of think that this is the peak of human kindness.
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, even from what we've just seen, you're right. It seems like people have not been treating her very well.
And it doesn't sound like she's part of any sort of larger disabled community. It sounds like it's just kind of her and her parents.
Yeah. And I mean, well, we talk about this in our video essay about how disability and gender are represented in this game. But Chloe is disabled in both
Pretty
timelines.
high-tech lair.
Yeah.
She just has
Feels
different
like a high-tech
timelines.
cell.
Mm-hmm.
But I am lucky my parents bust their ass to take care of me. I know it's hard for them.
They're grateful you're here with them.
Right. Especially when they can't even take a walk alone. Sometimes I act like a total teenage brat just to give them an excuse to yell at me. Pathetic, I know.
Chloe, you're a great daughter. You're kind and sensitive when you don't even have to be.
Trust me, I still get my rage on. Especially when a nurse has to watch while I take a dump so she can wipe my bum. Or when doctors flip me around like I was a science doll.
I can't even imagine. But you're still amazing. You always have been since we were kids.
Thanks again for coming, Max. I, need to get my drink on. Can you bring me some water?
Yeah, so like, the way that people treat her is based on 2 different abilities. Like, her parents are obviously looking after her in this situation, and she's like more visibly disabled because it's a physical impairment.
Yeah. And it sounds like her parents are treating her like a child.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she feels like she's being pitied and infantilized, and also like she doesn't feel like she has any agency. Which I think that to a degree, right, Chloe in original timeline, who I interpret as having BPD because
I'm glad
duh.
you think so.
Like, she also kind of has issues with feeling like she doesn't have any agency or control, right?
Yeah.
But she is empowered to try and like self-medicate and cope with her impairment in her own way. Even if it's not the best way or the healthiest way. She's more empowered to do that in that timeline.
Yeah.
Whereas in this timeline, there are ways to in this one, like,
I know Chloe is thirsty, so I better
have
grab
a
her
life
some water.
as a person who is like paralyzed, where you have more agency than it sounds like Chloe has.
Really my only friend
But
who kept in touch.
Yeah, I should have kept
She
more in
hasn't been
touch.
given that. So it will be interesting to talk to her parents.
Yeah.
I mean, Joyce and David just treated her completely differently in the other one as well, right?
Yeah, like, they definitely, like, even though she doesn't necessarily have agency in the same way that alternate timeline Chloe doesn't have agency, they don't treat her like a child, they treat her like an adult. But, like, more so than they should. The point of criminalizing her behavior and, like...
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you could definitely argue that in different ways, she's still seen as a burden.
Yeah,
and as a
definitely.
problem.
Hello, Chloe. She likes fluffy animals now.
But, like, in one, she's seen as, like, a criminal. And in this one...
Yeah.
That's a serious heat lamp. Does Chloe look at the garden and think about her childhood? She can't even feel the grass now.
Max's internal dialogue about all of this is cringe.
At least Chloe doesn't weigh that much.
Because she's very much...
At least Chloe doesn't weigh that much.
Like,
oh man.
Poor
She has
baby
to use that
Chloe.
ventilator just to breathe.
Glad to see her as nosy as ever.
Oh, the snow dough. I guess not everything changed. Snow globes are taking over.
A little skateboard one. She used to be into skateboarding.
Oh, there's the water. I thought I would have to, like, leave the room.
But it's okay, I thought that you were just, like,
That must be
looking
her
at all the
writing
things
morphine
because
machine.
of
No more bongs.
gameplay.
Yeah, I'm
There
looking
is
at
a-
all the things. But I thought I would have to, like, leave the room to get the water. But it's just there. Hi!
Would you like to say hello again?
My room sure looks
Oh,
different
it's a baby.
It does,
Oh, it's a
but
baby.
it's still you.
Little baby.
Little baby.
Oh.
Blooper.
Would you like to chill? Here? No? Yes? She never does that. Chirp, chirp. And my favourite thing is when she makes a little chirping sound.
That's most of the sounds that Cornflake makes. He doesn't... Well, he meows a bit more now, but he's a very chirpy boy.
Whoa, Chloe can totally control her computer. It's so great people get this high-tech help.
Assistive technology.
Very cool that that's represented in this game.
Yeah.
Chloe is still a punk at heart.
I think, like...
She can't stage dive anymore.
That's a way that she could hopefully form, like, community as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so cool that Chloe has made friends online.
Yeah.
I should offer to put makeup on for Chloe. Not that I can, but it would be fun. Man, Joyce and William built a whole new bathroom for Chloe. They're so great. Chloe's message board since the accident sure
It's not great, it's like what she
add
needs.
much.
Yeah.
It's an access requirement.
Yeah. It's... Yeah. You said it.
Yeah, it's like people go on DIY SOS and programs like that because they like something happens in their family and they have to completely like redo their house because it isn't accessible anymore.
Yeah.
And like they get screwed over by builders and then they completely redo this and it's like you can't just say it's great. Like this is literally a need. Like the people in those programs often have to like move out of their house until it is fixed because it like can't use it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so what alternative do they have is to not build their house so that their daughter can use it. Like, it's just a thing that is needed, and people really don't need to be, like, applauded for doing the bare minimum of, like, making spaces accessible for disabled people.
It should be like that in the first place.
Serious cotton
Yeah.
mouth. Need any...
It's nice my parents sent a card at least.
Chloe, you know we love you and you're in our hearts and thoughts. We hope to see your smiling face soon. Please be well, Ryan and Vanessa.
Ryan and Vanessa.
I wonder who this is. Kind of a generic card.
Thinking of you. Dear Chloe, I'm so sorry for what happened. Know that I'm here for you if you need anything. I hope you feel better and I hope again XOXO Megan.
Yeah, who the fuck is Megan?
Oomst.
I wasn't very available to Chloe. Real nice.
Well, that didn't really change.
Chloe, just thought I'd drop you a quick note to let you know I'm thinking about you. I feel so lame writing shit like I hope you're well, etc. I know your life is so different now and I don't want that to get in the way of our friendship. Yes, I haven't been around lately, but that will change soon. I hope you are well. Love, Max.
At least I sent road trip selfies to Chloe. I'm sure that made her feel great.
Like, that letter at least was kind of earnest.
Yeah.
I think that if Max had just been honest and not worried about saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing in both timelines,
Yeah.
then it would have been fine.
People don't like it when you tiptoe around them.
No. Well, and nobody's expecting you to have, like, a perfect response to trauma. They just want their friends to be there for them. And I think if she had sent more just, like, earnest letters like that, being like, the reason I'm struggling to reach out to you is because I don't know what to say, then I'm sure their friendship would have...
Yeah.
Because Chloe is very forgiving.
Yeah, especially with the people she cares about.
Yeah.
We saw that in episode 1.
Yeah, because she was immediately like, you didn't talk to me for 5 years and I'm mad about that, but I'm going to let you back into my house.
And, oh, you saved my life? Amazing.
So we're good. Yeah. It's always wild to me how, like, back when this game was coming out, there were so many people, like, saying that Chloe was abusive.
What?
Yeah.
What was their reasoning?
I don't know. Like, I guess the way that she... You know how in those first few episodes there are decisions, like, where she gets mad at you if you don't do what she wants? So that's, like, answering the call from Kate, taking the money from Blackwell, shooting, or not shooting Frank, that kind of thing. And the thing about all of those things is, like, she gets a little bit like, oh, that's really annoying, like, that's not what I wanted. But she goes with what you decide.
Yeah.
And she ultimately is like, yeah, it's fine, I was a bit miffed about it, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, like, she seems to, outwardly anyway, flip quite quickly.
Because she's borderline.
And, like, you especially see that in her interactions with Joyce and David. But, like, I've been in that situation before. Sometimes you react like that to people who have frequently caused you to get into that emotional state. You just skip all the build-up because you know it's going to end badly.
Yeah, 100%. And I found that so... You're exactly right. She, like, flips a lot, right? And she's a very kind of, like...
I know Chloe is thirsty, so I better grab her some water.
I will!
Expressive person, and one of the emotions that she expresses, because it's something that she feels a lot, is anger. And I think that that's something that makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable, and the things about Chloe which are like negative BPD stereotypes that everyone says about her, like people who don't like her character, is that she's abusive. She's not. And that she's like too intense. So, and when all that shit was going on, like in 2015, I didn't understand those reasons.
Yeah.
But thinking back on it now, I'm like, wow, that was just ableist. Wow. And also misogynistic, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, even looking at it from, like, a sort of non-mental health perspective, women are often told that they basically punished for getting angry.
Yeah.
Even 100%. If they have completely valid reasons for being angry. And Chloe has a fuck ton of reasons to be angry.
Yeah.
And, like, sure, there might be some more productive or at least less self-destructive methods of dealing with that anger, but she doesn't have access to, like, therapy. Or caring parents.
Yeah, she doesn't have access to therapy, and, like, her mom... I don't doubt that Joyce cares about Chloe, but, like, Joyce is consistently, like, consistently dismissive of Chloe's anger.
So yep.
And B, like, because she doesn't know how to help Chloe, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna get David handle it. And David is, like, Mr. Carceral Justice. You know what I mean? He's like... because again, he seemed to express that he maybe like actually wanted good things for Chloe. Like, I raised a lot of hell when I was her age, and I'm like, she's better than that, and blah blah blah. But his response is to punish her and police her behavior.
Yeah,
you know. So
because he thinks that's what will straighten her out, because it's what straightened him out, supposedly, because he went into the military.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly.
Like, look how he turned out.
Yeah, like, he thinks that has made him a, like, rational and level-headed and, like, well-meaning person, but it's just his idea of the world has been skewed by his experience with the military.
Yeah. Anyway,
I should give her the water.
Yeah, I
still can't believe I put Chloe in
being
that chair.
An asshole.
Yep.
Drink up, Buttercup.
Oh man. No wonder my throat is dry. I don't think I've talked this much the whole year.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast or something?
I wish I could punch your face right now. A podcast? Dude, I am a pod in a cast. Boring.
Ouch. It was just a thought.
I know you're just trying to help.
Yeah, that's become a bad habit of mine.
You sound like an adult now. It seems like we were kids in another life.
mean, the podcast idea was a good.
Yeah,
In
I
theory.
mean, yeah, Chloe probably just doesn't think she has anything valuable to contribute.
Yeah, you can really tell, like, that she's got internalized disablism.
Yep.
And that she, like, sees herself as a voter. I think the only, like, technical issue with the podcast is that even though they've had her voice acting, like, stay the same, I don't actually know what her impairment is or the reason why she's paralyzed. And she has a tube in her throat.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's, like, like, a weird writing thing on the game's part. If you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how able she would actually be to talk, especially for long periods of time podcast. But
yeah, I believe it's to help with the ventilator aids her breathing.
Yeah.
So I guess it would just be the only issue I can think of from my limited knowledge would be background noise.
Yeah.
But yeah, that could be just like a weird thing.
And I guess if she like has respiratory issues and she's on a ventilator, that it would be tiring for her to speak for a long amount of time. Even if she could.
What do you remember about us as kids? We all have different memories.
I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
Me too. But we're still pirates in our own way.
Yeah, right. Check me out, Chloe of the Caribbean. No way will I get on a fucking boat now. Unless you're with me. As you can
Loads
see,
of pirates are disabled, actually.
Yeah.
It's literally the whole thing. A hand missing, a leg missing.
Which friends did you hang out with the most?
Megan Weaver, but you don't know her. She was cool. But after my accident, she was too cool for school.
I know I wasn't around much. No excuses, I'm a loser. But I am trying to make things right.
How? Dude, you're not Supermax. And I'm not trying to guilt trip you. That's what my parents are for.
I know this is a dumb question, but... are you lonely here?
Yes, dumb question. I don't mind being alone. I can't exactly go party like a rock star, though. Or get in any teen trouble with the folks.
I think Joyce and William are incredible.
Max, the accident has been so hard on them. Our insurance sucks, and the medical bills are fucking insane.
I bet. This tech must be crazy expensive.
Along with the drugs, the nurses, the supplies.
God, I hate the American
Mom and
healthcare
Dad are
system.
always broke, and they get so frustrated. Is it worth it?
Chloe, you're priceless.
I forgot about that.
No pun intended.
You are such a geek. That's why I love you. Of course, I know a geek when I be one. See, I'm practically a human entertainment system. It would be sweet to chill out together and watch a movie like when you'd spend the night at my house.
What do you want to watch?
I think I'm in like a mellow Blade Runner mood. I always cry at the end. Plus, you know, I always wanted to have cool colored bangs like Pris.
I know. You would look incredible with blue hair. Now let's get this show on the road. And you better not fall asleep on me like you always do when we watch movies.
I remember, Max. Swear I won't fall asleep. Not when you're here. Not yet.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
We're gonna watch it.
Nothing but medical supplies.
It is a mellow movie, so I can see her being like, yeah, I just want to put on this like pill.
She has to use a lot of lotion to keep her blood circulating.
The
Is that an SAD lamp?
it might be. I'm not sure. The money
I can't wait to
thing.
watch a movie
Yeah.
with you.
Also a parallel.
The DVDs are near the TV.
Oh,
between
permission
the
to
two
snoop.
timelines. Wise? Like, in this timeline, Chloe is disabled and she needs a bunch of assistive technology, and for the house to be retrofitted in order to be accessible for her.
Yeah.
And like medication and medical bills and stuff are like charges as well. In the other timeline, Chloe is broke because she owes her drug dealer because she uses weed to self-medicate because she's disabled.
Yeah.
Capitalism!
Ah, here's the DVD. Oh my god, I made that mix for her when we were 12.
That's what the soundtrack, like the official licensed soundtrack for the game, the cover is.
That's so cute.
I know, it makes me really happy.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen, you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.